do? They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. I keep getting all these visits from my friends. Yeah, what they doing to me? They come to my house again and again and again and again. Yeah. So are they there to see my woman? I don't even be home, but they just keep on coming. What can I do to get on the right track? I wish they'd take some of these knives out my back. What they do? They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your
Boy, watch out for those backstabbers now. Watch out now. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out for those backstabbers. I'm talking about otherwise known as your frenemies, huh? You know, they look you in your face and, boy, stab you all up in your back. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. I just want to let you know that here at the For the Record, the word on the street, hey, we're glad to have you with us anytime. Drop on by, drop on by. And you know what we do here, we just chop it up a little bit, you know, go a little bit this and, you know, do a little bit that. Hey, you know, we're not trying to make it complicated or anything like that. We just go get with it. That's all. We just get with it. And we just let it rip. That's what I do anyway. Just let it rip. You know, you have your voice, and you know I have mine. You have your opinion, and I have mine. You know, your truth is your truth, and my truth is my truth. You know, hey, and you know if the two meet, fine. If it don't, hey, you know, the two ships sailing on the sea, you know, in the mist. We just keep on sailing. That's all. That's all. But first, let me take care of a little of this ad man stuff. You know, first of all, you know, I'm on three platforms. I'm on YouTube. You know, so if you go to YouTube and watch me, you can pull me up at For the Record, the word on the street, or you can go simply LW 3 1599 1555. Again, that's you know LW3 1955, and that's your pull. You know that's my channel. You pull it up, you'll find some other you know goodies, you know, grab bags and giveaways on that channel. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Hit the like button. You know, subscribe and share it. You know, go ahead and share it. Get the word out. Get the word on the street out. You know, so you know not only what's going down on my side of the street. You know, I want to know what's going on your side of the street. You know, yeah, that's all right. And of course, you can catch me on Facebook. You know, Facebook. I'm at our Twitter at Lamar W3 again 1955. You know, hit me up, follow, like. You know, do a brother some justice if you can. If not, hey, let the good time roll. I'm doing it. I'm still gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it till I'm satisfied. Hey, hopefully you get some folk on board and let's chop it up, man. Let's just chop it up. Don't be scared, huh? Don't be scared. Okay. Now I know people have you know a lot of things to do, and you know it's Thursday night, and you know for some folk it's their Friday, and other folks they got one more day. They got one more day to you know to handle their business. So you know so we're gonna get right in this so you can go to bed, and so you want to go to that man's job all ruined and angry and say, oh man, you know, Lamar or Trey kept me up all night. That excuse or that dog just won't hunt on your job, okay? All right there, great. Listen, we're gonna talk about a few things tonight. I'm not gonna keep us long because I understand, you know, you're probably dragging your ass about now. It's 4 hard days of work, okay? So boom, let's get on into it, you know. Now, as you know, as we looked at the topic today on the thumbnail, we were talking about sleeping with the enemy. Yeah, sleeping with the enemy. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna confess something real quick. Hey, I love the enemy. Yeah, I love women. So I sleep with a woman. I sleep with a woman. Hey, my woman. I love it. You know, you know. So but that's just where it is. And so we get comfortable sometimes. We get complacent. We just get it becomes normalized when we start sleeping with the enemy, man. We let some stuff slide, and when we shouldn't let it go, and some stuff catch up with you in the end. Okay, and of course an enemy is not necessarily evil. We just by definition, that don't make them evil. That just make them contrary to what I'm doing or what I believe, or their actions are contrary to something that I'm doing. We're at odds. Yeah, we're at odds. There are some occasions. Now let me break it down to you. There are some occasions where the enemy is just pure evil. They mean you no good. That's what I tell you. Uh, you know, as far as we're concerned, we don't have any friends. We just have allies, and they fit a certain criteria at a certain time, and then they just jet out and do whatever they do, and we go and do whatever we do. You know. So we're gonna look at some of these enemies tonight. Some of these enemies. And I'm gonna let you judge whether they're evil or not. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bring some things to your attention, and you tell me. How how you see it on your side of the street, and I'm gonna tell you how I see it on mine. But I'm not gonna dictate to you what it is on your side of the street, because you see the reality is two people could be looking at the same thing and have a different opinion or a different outlook, even though they're looking at the same thing. And so we're gonna look at something today, and hopefully, we can say, this is what it is. This is what it is. There's gonna be some yays, there's gonna be some nays, and there's gonna be some undecided. That's just the way life is. Life is not really that complicated. It really is not. We make it, more complicated, than it really is. Because the truth of the matter is, hey, you live and you die. That's it. Everything in between, is the bonus round. Yeah, everything in between is the bonus round. And some folks, be racking up some bonuses. And other folks, man, not so much. Not so much. From cradle to grave, they've had it. They've had it. Unseemly hard and difficult. So hey, tonight, let's just jump in there and just talk about it. Just talk about it just a little bit. All right, cool. That's cool. Of course, today, uh, President Biden, he went to this stage where, he made this, announcement, this speech, as it concerned the COVID, and he made this mandate that all federal employees will get the COVID or else, and as well with the federal contractors or else. Now listen, and this is what I'm talking about. Sleeping with the enemy. You know. Now, right is right. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on television, but I know, these many deaths, and not over a extended time, because really, a year, 6 months, 30 days. That amount of folk dying, like that, that's nothing to, no pun intended, to sneeze at. That's a real event. That's a real event. Now I know and I understand that folk have, apprehensions about it. They got second thoughts. They got ideas. They've got things, you know, they got some sort of angst about this COVID thing. It ranges all. now, now you can put in the comments what you want to what you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You got folk out there talking about this is the beginning of the mark of the beast. You know, hey, look at that horse already left the barn a long time ago. That's how I see it. You know, things leading up to the mark of the beast. That horse already left the barn a long time ago, and this is just something else. And so that is one of their reasons or excuses of not participating in the vaccination for the COVID or the Delta variant. But that's how they feel. Hey, that's how they feel. That's how I see it. And then you have these other folk. Are reminded how the U.S. government have set up its citizens to be injected with bad viruses to kill them. Yeah, I'm talking about this, the Tuskegee experiment. Yeah, I'm talking about that right there. Yeah, and so there's some hesitation on their part, and those kind of things. And then you got people who absolutely don't trust the government, like I don't. I'm honest. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them at all. Now I hear what they say, but I need to have some. I need proof and evidence, and then I need to once I see the proof and evidence, I need to verify it because your government lies to you daily. Not only daily, they lie to you minute by minute. Because whenever they omit something, they're lying. That's omission is a lie. When you omit a truth or you omit a answer which is pertinent to what is being told to you, yeah, that you're just lying. You're just lying. So I don't hear these. Well, I don't care whether or not you can if you want to put in the comments. Hey, that's just foolishness. Hey, that's how you see it on your street. But on my street, it's a lie because if I did it to them, to the government, that's what they'll say it is. Say, your omission is a lie. It's a false statement. Knowingly, when you knowingly know, the contributing facts to a matter. So that's the thing they use on me. Well, I'm just using some jujitsu and using it back on them. That's the way they do it. Why can't I do it the same way? And so the government lies. They lie. They lie. They lie. They lie. People lie. Everybody lies. I lie. And if you say you don't lie, you just told a lie right there. You lie. You know, for whatever reason. I'm not saying it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing. And so when the government, are doing things like that, of course, its citizens have the right. As a matter of fact, not only do they have the right, they should have you exercise their smarts to realize that the government is lying to them. And so when they lie to you, you got to ask yourself the question: what else are they lying about? Yeah, what else are they lying about? And that rabbit hole can be deep. It really can. That rabbit hole can be very deep. And so, that's another reason why, perhaps some folk don't want to take the shot. Yeah, they don't believe the science, and I can understand that. But sometimes if you don't believe if you don't believe the science, believe something else that contribute to your way of thinking as to why you're not going to take that shot. You see, so if you see people falling dead, and I don't care how the virus got started, it's here. That's just like somebody then they're pregnant and they're about to have a baby, and somebody blaming who they up there fighting about who baby it is. And right now, that's not even that's not the issue. Who baby is? The baby's coming, so you got to do what it takes to take care of it. And that's the way it is right now. That virus is here. Whoever did it. I'm not saying it's not important to find out who did it and all that kind of thing. But the one of the priorities are to get yourself taken care of, so that you won't be busted, disgusted, over some foolishness. Yeah, over some foolishness. And so the government and its people have this love-hate relationship. That's just a fact. That is just a fact. And so you have one side coming down on fake news, this, or then you have another side coming down on, hey, this stuff is real. I saw I've got cousins, Annie Mae and cousin them, they all died of it, so I know this thing is real. Now, even though the folk on the other side have folk dying too, that's just the flu. Oh, it's something they ate. They'll make up something. But deep down in their heart to heart, they know that thing is real. They're just I call them weak folk. That's what I call them. They're just too weak to admit to the obvious, or too prideful to admit to the obvious. That's what that is. They're just too weak. And so we have this frenemy, kind of relationship, where we are, the best description I can tell you is, we love hate, we hate love, we you can't stand to be in the presence of something or someone, but you gravitate to them for whatever reason. Maybe it's some reasons, maybe the reason so that you can get closer to them, so you can, eradicate them, do the old, Roman Senate trick, get together and just stab them, and e tu brutes, one of those things, or you want to be one of those Trojan horse kind of folk, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the case of what we do when we sleep with the enemy. We allow all kinds of craziness to come. So today when Joe Biden announced this mandate for the federal government and the contractors, and then he extended it to hospitals who receive federal funding. He try to sweep it all under one umbrella now. But see, the thing about it is, that was the solution a long time ago. I believe that was the solution long time ago. You see, and that's why we can't trust the government when we know something to be true, and we know something that's right, and you have to wait to. It's like you sacrifice all these lives to get to that point, when the trigger should have been pulled a while back in the beginning, when you knew that this virus was bad, and you knew you had the authority to make that proclamation and not to wait until so many deaths. One death is too many, but when we're talking about as many deaths as we have coming now, all for the sake of money, all for the sake of dollars, or all for the sake of power. You don't want to get somebody upset that they might, say something bad against you. Well, they're going to say something bad about you anyway. Somebody is. So you might as well do the right thing. That's how I see it. That's the word on the street from where I'm from. Right now, if somebody watching or someone will get this later on, they may be saying all kinds of, things about me, but I really don't care. I really don't. But I'm still going to speak my truth. I'm gonna speak my truth initially. I'm not gonna wait until it become popular or palatable or suitable. I'm gonna speak my truth when I feel that's the truth. Now, if I make a mistake, I know I got my big boy pants on. I can retract it and say, "Hey, listen, I made it. I messed up. I messed up. Yeah, I can do that. I don't care, because I'm human. I don't know what you aliens are doing out there, but I know what I'm doing. Yeah, and so when we talk about sleeping with the enemy, that is that's one of the dangers of it. You can't trust them. You can't trust them because the moment you let your guard down, what's what is happening now is what you're going to get. All them deaths that could have been prevented. When you knew what the facts were initially, you should have did it. The hell what everybody else say. Now you're talking about, we're talking about safety. Hell, you weren't concerned about safety, 2 months ago? Come on, that don't make no horse sense. That don't make no horse sense. So you mean to tell me all of a sudden, Mr. Biden, you're concerned about safety? So you weren't concerned about safety 2 months ago, when the Delta virus first came out, and all of the scientific evidence pointed that you got to get vaccinated, you got to wear a mask. No, you didn't do it. You didn't do it because you were a coward. You're waiting on a consensus. You're taking a political gamble. Well, we'll wait to see how many people die, and then so that'll be our shield, that we can use. We can raise up these dead bodies. Sleep with the enemy, baby. That's what happens when you sleep with the enemy. That's what happens. That will happen right there. Yeah, they'll stab you in the back. Stab you in the back. Now look, now he's out here talking about, this and that, and he still hasn't, I hear some pundits on the television level, oh man, he's getting tough. Hell, he's not getting tough. Hell, you're not getting tough. You're not going to get tough till you mandate it for everybody, just like other vaccines that the people have to have before they go to school. Just like the safety belt. Yeah, yeah. Just like the safety belt, everybody has to have a safety because it's a public health issue. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes, sometimes, folk will really make you scratch your head, and it's not a display of ignorance because that's not what it is. Because the people know what they're doing, but it's a display of stupidity. There's a difference between being ignorant and just being stupid. It is, really it is. And the majority of folk that do not adhere to the policy for vaccination, that's what they are. They're stupid. That's right, I said it. You guys are stupid. Because all the evidence has been pointed that way. And like I said, even if you don't want to follow the scientific, the scientific protocol or the scientific explanation behind it, just look at the deaths. Look at the trail of death left behind because people have contracted this thing. Now, a lot of folk have contracted it and survived. Now, I'm not gonna just go off like that. Make it sound like. It's only one way because it's not. Yeah, because I'm hearing more and more folk, have contracted it, and they survived, but they're kind of messed up. But I'm not going to say they're the lucky ones because there's no luck in that. But what I'm saying to you is this: they're not dead, and too many folk have died suddenly. I'm not talking about just a little bit over here and a little bit over there. No, I'm talking about suddenly and a lot of folk dying. You just follow the bodies. Follow the bodies. That should be enough to get your head out of your ass and pay attention. Not to the science, but to the bodies that are hitting the ground. The bodies where they got to have trailers to, have a makeshift morgue. Bodies, that's what I'm talking about. Hospitals filled to capacities where now if you get injured in a car accident and under different circumstances, you could be saved with a little extra more time and and care. But now they're saying, well, we got these people, we don't have the beds for him, or we don't have the respirator for, and all these other stuff, and so you're gonna have to fight it out. Only the strong survive. Now we're talking about this. This crap sounds like some of the stuff out of the Thunderdome. Yeah, yeah, and that's where we are as a nation. The whole nation is like we're in. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Yeah, yeah. We just fighting. We just fighting. We just fighting like dang gladiators, like gladiators. And while we're fighting like gladiators, we got folk just just rocking on, talking about my Mr. America Pie drove the Chevy to the left. Come on now, come on, America, you can do better than that. You just can't. You just gotta do better. You just gotta do better. You just gotta do better. Yeah, sleeping with the enemy, baby. Sleeping with the enemy. And that's now. For those of you who think I am hard on Mr. Biden, I'm not hard on him. I'm just telling the truth on him, as I see it. Because the other party, the out of power party, they're just as bad, if not worse. They're just as bad, if not worse. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Now, of course, they've been lying, hell, shit, lying, man. They made lying into an art form. They have made lying into a art form. See, now, this political, this political crap that we got going on out here, with the Democrats and Republicans. Listen, if you pay attention, because most folk don't, because they're in the realm of fear, and I don't want that. I don't want to talk fear. I just want to talk about what I actually, see, and what I believe, and what I've read, and what I've researched. That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to really talk about the fear of things, because that's how they get us, fearing stuff, fearing each other, fearing some external forces and all this kind of thing. But you see, they're both the same. The system, they're both upholding this evil system. This evil system. See, now America don't want. When I say America, I'm talking about this thing that we call the United States of America. I'm not talking about North America as a whole. I'm talking about the United States of America, not South America and none of that. I'm just talking about the United States of America. There's the system of government that we have is pure evil. Pure evil, to its core. Now, can good things come from evil? Of course it can. Good things come from evil, just like bad things come from good things. Yeah, come on now, use your head. So this system that we have is an evil system. Now what and like me and others, I love this country. I really do. This is my home. Born and raised. Now I've been out of this country many times. I've visited other countries. I've been around the world a couple of times. I have really lived Not just, just went over there and visited. I've actually lived in other countries. And, but I love this country. I really do. I really do. But I know this country does not love me, nor does it love you. You think it loves you, but let you get down on your luck, depending on depending on who you are and how far down the scale, you'll find out how much this country loves you. Now, okay, here we go. Here goes that sleep with the enemy. Now, we just brought in a bunch of folks from Afghanistan, Afghans. We brought a bunch of them in. And listen, before you get the rootin', tootin', cutting and shooting, I got no problem with that because everybody needs some love. Because that's what I'm about. But I am about us first, U.S. first. Yeah. Now, this is a statistic I got from the New York Times. They're talking about 557,000 people. Now I'm gonna say that number again. 557,000 people. It's a little more, but I'm rounding it up. People on any given day are homeless here in America. So you figure that out. Why would you import more folk and give them homes, but you're not going to give your own people, which are these 550,000 folk, a place to stay? That doesn't make no horse sense. Again, make me understand when I tell you that this system does not love its people. It don't. It fends for everybody else except for its people. Because you see, the system looks at us as dispensable. We're dispensable. Get them out of here. We can bring some other folk in here and keep the wheels turning. Because they got to find home for all those other folk they're bringing in. They got to find jobs or some means for them. All these other folks they're bringing in. They got to find medical for all the other folks. Hell, we get you try to get some free medical or even if you got some insurance, and you still got to pay something, and you can't afford it. You can't afford your medicine, and these knuckleheads are not allowing the people to shop around for the best prescription prices. The drug companies. I say again, this is an evil system. Who does that to their people? America does that. United States of America does that to its people. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. Sleeping with the enemy. We're sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. Yeah. And then we try to lean on Congress. That facade. The Democrats, Republicans, liberals, and conservatives and moderates and bull. That's what it is. Just bull. Because listen, you hear a lot about this. This $3.5 trillion, infrastructure bill. Build back better. Yeah. If the system was so great, that would be a no-brainer because it's going to help the common folk. But see, they allow the system. When I say they, I'm talking about people in Congress, all of them. Democrats, Republicans, they allow the Congress to clog it up with two or three people who are supposed to be on the side of the Democrats. I'm talking about Manchin and Sinema. Those two, and there's more. The cat from I believe the cat from Wyoming is the same is in the same boat, because he's in a red state. All these red state senators, that's how they see it. You know, yeah, they're wolves in sheep clothing. That's all they are. You know, yeah, that's all. And they want to call themselves conservative. They're not conservative. They're not conservative, because that's their definition of conservative is not conservative. Their definition of conservative does not equate to the people's. No, it doesn't. Because when I look at someone being conservative, that means they're being responsible. They're responsible. I don't care if it's social responsibility or fiscal responsibility. I don't care if it's religious responsibility. To me, that's what conservative means, being responsible. And these wads here, they're not being responsible. What they're being is being negligent, stingy, and downright petty and selfish. Yeah, all about being reelected. Yeah, I understand. They're fighting for their job. They're fighting for their job. But because they're fighting for their job, they're not doing their job. The only thing they're looking for is a paycheck. Now, they got a pretty good deal. They got a pretty doggone good deal. Yeah, they got a pretty good deal. And so when it comes to the people of getting their stuff repaired or getting their stuff done, it can't happen. Because now they got to go ask their masters. Because see, they're slaves. Well, they're slaves too. They're slaves. They're corporate slaves, and they got to go ask their corporate donors. And most of the time, the corporate donors, you better not do that. Yeah, that's just a fact of life. And see, when the citizens really stop attacking each other and start doing what is right for the nation. What is doing? So that's what I'm talking about. Conservative, being responsible and doing what is right. That's being conservative. But being selfish is not being conservative. The best thing they got going for them, those quote unquote conservative, they're backstabbers. They're stabbing their constituents in the back. They're portraying one thing, it's a smile on their face, and they're just stabbing the hell out of them in the back. Just stabbing them, blood everywhere, and they're just smiling and happy. That's again. There's no ignorant people. They're dumb. They're just stupid. You're just stupid when you do things like that. Yeah. Yeah, you see it. It is not like you don't know. But it's just because you have been force fed this ideal that at least you're not at the way bottom, but you really are. You really are at the way bottom, just like everybody else. The only difference between that is that they're telling you that you're not. Because any moment, at any time, that so-called safety net or safety blanket, they can pull that thing from underneath you, and you're hitting the damn ground harder than a damn bricks coming off a 80-foot cliff. You're going to be smashed. Yes. Sleeping with the enemy. That's what we get from sleeping with the enemy. Laying down with dogs, you might come up with some fleas. Backstabbers. All the way, all of them. Every last one of them. From the first president to the current president. All of them been liars, and all of them been treasonous. Because they have not really followed the Constitution. They make it ways to alter it so just enough, so bend it so that they can get what they want. Yes. Yeah. George Floyd, Justice and Policing Act. Have you heard anything about that lately? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boy, listen. You know, somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. And see, let's just say, let's just say for the sake of argument, okay, for the sake of argument, you know, this is this is a bad bill. Let's just say for the sake of argument, it's a bad bill. So what should they do? What should they do? Fix it. That's what they should do. If it's so odorous and so bad, fix the bill. And once you fix the bill, then live or die by your sword. Don't be a coward and don't bring it up. Don't be a coward and don't bring it up to the floor and keep on doing it. But you can fix it. But you can fix it. Now, you're supposed to, they're supposed to be representing the people. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. These folks are all sleeping. We are all sleeping with the enemy in some way or some fashion. Some people stay in the bed with them all the time. Some hop in and out. I'll be honest. I hop in and out as well. Yeah, if they do something that is that I want done, okay, I'm hopping in the bed with them. If they're doing something that I don't like, I'm jumping out of that bed. I'm leaving the covers cold. Yeah. But see, I'm not gonna sleep with the enemy and let them abuse me. But that's what folk are doing. They're sleeping with the enemy and not getting up out of there when they find out that it's foul. They say, "Oh, they just get used to it. That's just the way it is. That's not the way it is. That's the way you're doing it. But that's not the way it is. If everybody, go ahead and be real about yourself with their consciousness, these monkeys got to do what you say. They got to. I was watching this program where they were talking about how so many people are against a popular policy, and I asked myself, you see, who are you polling? First of all, I want to know who you polling. Now, I did some polling before. I worked for Gallup, and let me tell you, they ain't polling us. They ain't polling Ada West folk. They ain't polling no poll folk. They are not. They're just not. No, they're not. They're not. They're in certain cities. They're just not going. They're not doing that. Certain communities, they're not polling them. Yeah, that's just a fact. That's just a fact. And so again, lying to your face, smiling in your face. It's just stabbing you in the back with some bad information. No, you can't. Like I said, you cannot trust. You can't trust the government, and you surely can't trust the social these mainstream media folk, and you can't trust social media. Baby, you're gonna do your research. You're gonna have to be informed. Hey, the stuff I'm spitting out to you today. Hey, listen, I'm not asking you to trust what I'm saying. I really ain't. I want you to use your own noggin, and figure it out on your own. I'm just introducing you to some things. Yeah, I'm just introducing you to some things. Some things you may even already conclude to be true, but you're just too afraid to say it out loud, or you want to say it out loud and you're not really afraid. You just haven't had the opportunity. Well, just come on and put it in the comment. Have an opportunity. Grow a pair or two. Yeah. See, and that's why America is an evil country. People, but no, America's evil. That don't mean that don't mean the rest of the world's squeaky clean, because they evil as well. There's not a country on the face of this earth that don't have an evil system. Just some are better at it than others, but every one of them have an evil system. Just check them out. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is check them out. Yeah. Whatever you can tolerate. Yeah. and it's and abortion. Listen, let me tell you something. Woo, you know, 24/7. That's all I'm hearing on television. Abortion. This Texas, you know, Roe versus Wade. Blah 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 blah. And ladies, you can do with it what you want. I don't. I'm telling you, I'm not the one. I am not the one. That's not a me problem. It really isn't. It's not a me problem. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not a me problem. Because that's your body. I can't have babies. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to say I can't carry babies. That's not my role in the world. And I thank God, because that's a lot of responsibility. I know women have it hard. They do. They just have it hard. But that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. And that's right. And I said it and I meant it. Women, that's a you problem. And because you've been sleeping with the enemy so much, this is why you are in the position that you're in. This is why. Listen, don't listen. I'm not. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not anti-abortion or pro-abortion. I'm neither one. I'm neither abortion. I don't even care. I really don't. Like I said, because I can't do that. That's not a thing that I can do. Now I have some daughters, and whatever they do with their body is what they do with their body in that regard. That's their problem, not mine. I'm being honest. And if you're a man, that's what you should feel about it. You really should, because that is not your body. That's their body. And so women, that dog is your fight. And you allowed you were a major contributor to get Trump in the White House last term. And because he did that, he selected some real yahoos for the Supreme Court. So that's on you. So that's on you. So just like y'all were overwhelmingly for Trump last term. Hey, y'all should feel the same way about that going in this next term. And if you truly think you have the right for an abortion. Now that's only if you really truly think you have the right to have an abortion. Otherwise, you just let status quo. Let status quo. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie. And, let the Texas thing stand. And if it does, all you talking heads out there talking about how unfair it is, the people will speak. The people will speak. And if they have not spoke on behalf of pro or anti, they're going to decide. They're going to decide. Not the network news. See, that's the network news. That's their problem. That's the sleeping enemy. Because they're just making up stuff. They're making up stuff. I don't talk. When I talk to women, that's never one of the first thing or main things on their mind about having not having the ability to have an abortion or have the ability to. That never comes up in the conversation. That never. Unless we're talking politics about Pacific, but just on a regular, even right now. Hey, I'm mad about abortion. No, that's not what's happening. Not on my street. That's not what's happening. Yeah, that's not happening on my street. Men are not even talking about it. My wife, my girlfriend. No, we ain't talking about that. That's not that. Because we have more. And I'm gonna be blunt. We have more pressing things than that. That's like I said. That's not a my problem or a me problem. That's a you problem. Women, that's a you problem. That is you. That's a you problem. And you can fix it. Because I'm telling you, women, you hold all the levers. Even though the Congress are more men than women, you hold the levers. You can get all those rascals out if y'all want to, because y'all vote, outside of white men. Y'all women, y'all supposedly, according to what stat says, y'all are the biggest voting bloc because you're the biggest voting bloc. Hey, shoot, yeah. So the government rests on your shoulders. Yeah, the government rests on your shoulders. So this, when I hear these folk, these talking heads in the media talking about, abortion like it's the, it's the number one thing, and the earth is getting ready to open up and swallow everybody. That's BS. That's what it is. Abortion, it is an issue, but it's not the number one issue. Not in America. Never has been, and it never will be. Because the truth of the matter is, that women. You say, you want your rights. You want your equal, whatever. This is one of your equals right there. I mean, this is all you. This is hands off for men. It really is. We have no say so in that matter. That's your body. You have made it clear. And so since you have made it clear, you need to act like it. And when you go to the ballot box, if abortion is a number one issue for you, you need to act like it, because otherwise you're sleeping with the enemy, and they don't and they got you all wrapped up in the covers, and you're not going anywhere. You're going to be suffering that same fate over and over again until you get it right. Until you get it right. Yeah, because the game is, people know who's serious about it or not. They really do. Sometimes people try folk because they don't believe, poo-poo stink. Yeah, they don't believe poo-poo stinks, so they're going to try you. And so that's what they did in Texas. They try you. And not only in Texas now, hey, now it's like, man, it's open season. Everybody trying to get in the act now. Yeah, everybody trying to get in the act. Let me get some of them Cheetos. Yeah, with a little dip on the side. Everybody trying to get in there. Women, yeah, women. It's all you now. Yeah, it's all you. Yeah, it's all you. So, hey, sleep with the enemy. That what happens when you sleep with the enemy. That is what happened when you sleep with the enemy. Yes. Yeah. So really, I don't want to hear no crying about it. I really don't. I don't want to hear no crying about no abortion, one way or the other. Handle it. That's your business. Handle it. Handle it. Handle it. Now I might I might make some frenemies, some enemies on that one. But that's how I feel about it. That don't mean I don't love you. I love you really good. I really do. Because I love the enemy. That's you. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you happy. But I'm gonna give you your space, and that right now, abortion is your space, not mine, because it's been made clear. That is your body. That is your responsibility. Handle it. We're talking about being equal. Handle it. All right? Yes. And the final thing I just want to talk about, this, in America, I'm a glass half full guy. I don't believe no half empty, because I really have a great hope for America. Even though we're in dire straits now, don't get it twisted now. We're in dire straits, but there's hope. There's hope for us. There really is. There's hope for us. And so, what we're going to have to do in order to keep the hope alive, we're gonna have to get out the enemy's bed for a while. We're gonna have to, abstain from the enemy. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard to abstain from the enemy, but I believe I believe that we can do it. And if we do that, abstain from the enemy will retreat. And as a matter of fact, they'll become less enemy like and become more friendly. Because, see, you get opportunity to choose who you're sleeping with. Everybody does. Let me put it another way, because when somebody get raped and some get raped, that's not their choice. Don't. I'm saying when you choose, you have that ability. Now somebody forcibly forced himself on you, and sometimes in politics they do that. They rape us. They force themselves on us, and so when those cases happen, we need to do like we do, get them out of there, get them out of there as quick as possible. But I'm talking about when you choose a partner, you have the capacity to choose your partner. You have the capacity to do that, and so 2020, and I mean 2022 is around the corner. Yeah, look at the people in California. You know, it wasn't until what last week that they felt as if they had lost everything. But you know what I say? I said no, that's not true. That's not true. I was kind of hoping that the Democrats lost, so they can give get the Democrats a wake up call, from being abused and just taken for granted. But hey, either way, I don't care, because I really don't have a dog in the fight. I really don't. But now, going forward, all the mischief that's being conducted. Listen, beloved, if we don't get our act together between now and 2020, you think the enemy is emboldened now? You think the enemy is, pillaging and burning right now? They've got a toe. They've got a toe in the door. Unless we slam the door on that big toe and make them hop backwards, the next sound you hear will be larger than just abortion. Because that's, like I said, that's a women problem. The next thing you hear will be a me problem. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to hear a me problem. Men, I don't want to hear a me problem. Just don't. So my recommendation to you is, hey, pull up the big boy pants, get yourself together, and march, baby. March to the sound of the guns or the sound of the confusion. Don't be running. March to the sound of the confusion. So you can go ahead and stand toe to toe and take on the opposition. Otherwise, otherwise, you're going to be in serious hurt, along with everybody else. We already suffering. So you say, what is a little more? I'll tell you what a little more is. Till the next time, just for the record. And the word on the street is, be safe out there. See you next week. God bless you.